Namaste. Welcome to a moment of wellness. Today we are going to do some gentle movements. Yesterday we played a little bit, but today we're going to do some gentle movements and really let ourselves relax in movement with breath. So you're going to come down on your mat. You'll need your mat, so unroll it out and come down on your mat. I'm gonna shift the camera a little bit and check the volume. And there we go. So come on down on your mat. You're gonna come into Ardha Shavasana, your half relaxation, lying on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Let your arms be at any angle, but away from your body a little bit and palms up. The closer your arms are to your body, the more the shoulders lift off the floor. The more you draw your arms away from your body, the more your shoulders drop down. Let your body rest a moment. Then you're going to bring your right ankle bone to your left thigh. Let that right hip joint release out toward the, so externally rotating. Dorsiflex that right ankle joint. And on an exhale, we're going to do eye of the needle. You're drawing your legs toward you and you're going to hold the inside of your left thigh with your right hand, and your left hand comes to the outside of your left thigh. We're intending the lower back, the lumbar, to come toward the floor, so we're not arching the spine up. We're intending the lumbar to come toward the floor. Notice where your shoulders are. Intend your shoulders down, neck long, so you're not lifting through your chin, neck long, and adjust how you're holding on to your leg. Keep breathing. And then on an exhale, bring the left foot to the mat. Keep your right ankle bone to your left thigh, and we're going to gently do a pelvic rocking with a pendulum swinging of the legs. So we're starting off very gently. If you have sciatic sensitivities or SI joint sensitivities, you might want to leave this out completely, or you may want to do the movement really small. What's really important is that when you come back to center, that you're not arching your back. You want to keep your back flat. So your lumbar is intending toward the floor. When I do this movement, I do it slowly and gently, and I don't go too far for my back. Some people like to go into a full twist. So if that feels right to you, go right ahead and do that. We're going to gradually diminish the movement. Every time your torso comes back to center, your lumbar touches the floor. Gradually diminish the movement. We don't want any movement to be abrupt, giving the body an opportunity to adjust. Eventually coming back to center. Feel the stillness coming back into your body. But recognize that your body is still moving from the inside. Gently bring that right foot to the mat. Notice right side compared to left side. Left ankle bone comes to your right thigh. You're externally rotating that left hip joint. Breathe. And we're going to come into our eye of the needle. On an exhale, draw your legs toward you, your lower back toward the floor. And this time, left hand comes in between the legs to hold on to the inside right thigh. And notice what happens when you're holding onto that leg. Adjust how you're holding so your shoulders relax toward the floor. Keep your chin relaxed so your neck is long. You're not trying to flatten the neck, but you're just releasing the chin. Imagine length through the top of your head and out through your tailbone. Lower back touching the floor or intending down as much as possible. The eye of the needle stretch is very similar to pigeon, if you're familiar with pigeon pose, but it's a little bit more gentle on the hips and the knees if you have sensitivities. Most people are tight in the hips and they don't realize it. On an exhale, let your right foot come back to the mat. And then we'll start a gentle pelvic rocking, letting the legs pendulum swing a little bit at a time. Remember, we want to be gradual with our movements. Not a matter of being gentle because we're fragile. That's got nothing to do with it. Our body is quite robust and resilient, but it's more for our nervous system. When we are too abrupt with our movements, too quickly, too much, then our nervous system goes into the fight or flight mode, the sympathetic mode. When we move slowly and gradually with our breath, our nervous system has a better chance of remaining in the rest and digest mode, which is the parasympathetic. And that's what we want. Most of our day, with so much going on, a lot of our day is spent in sympathetic mode. We don't realize it until we end up becoming exhausted. So gradually diminishing the movement. Couple breaths to get you back eventually to your center. None of the work is taking place in the upper body. It's all through the lower body. When you come back at center, observe the stillness on the outer part of your body. But inside, there's still movement going on. On a cellular level, lots of vibration happening. On an exhale, bring your left foot to the mat. Notice one side compared to the other. If you have a block, blanket, cushion, you can use a folded up towel, even a book if you have. What you want is we're going to come into supported bridge pose. You're going to engage your glutes and your legs and gently lift your pelvis off the floor and slide your prop beneath you. You want to make sure that you're not dropping your tailbone and arching your spine more. You don't want to overextend. You want to make sure that your tailbone is intending out and up just a touch. And the chin is neutral. Imagine your lumbar spine, your lower back, just melting in toward the mat. Depending on how your back feels, you can lengthen one leg, keep the other knee bent. If you don't have any back sensitivities, you can lengthen both legs. For me, that's a little intense on my lumbar. I have a lot of spinal sensitivities, so I need a little bit of extra support. So I'm going to keep my right knee bent. My left leg is long, just relaxing through the front part of the body. This is a yin stretch. It's passive, gentle opening through the front of the body in a hip extension. So our hip flexors get really overused, especially when we're sitting. And so getting into the hip extenders is really nice. You're going to exhale. Imagine your lower back toward the floor. Bring the left foot to the mat and lengthen the right leg. So, breathe. Yin poses tend to be difficult for a lot of people because yin is about holding and relaxing. And we're not used to being able to relax. And our mind starts playing tricks on us. And we tell ourselves, well, I'm not being productive by just resting. But actually, on a cellular level, on a molecular level, you are actually being very productive. On an exhale, if your right leg is bent or long, bend your knee, come back into supported bridge. We're going to stay here for another couple of breaths. And as I was saying, we are being very productive on a cellular level when we are relaxing. So adjust as you need to. When we are relaxing, we are actually stimulating our nervous system. We're stimulating the digestive system, the function of our internal organs, our glandular system, the endocrine system. There's so many parts of our body that tend to slow down or shut off completely when we're chronically stressed. We're just resting in a gentle pose. Allows the body to stretch a little bit and really activate the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing the body to rest and digest, to heal, and to thrive. We're going to come out of our supported bridge. Engage your lower body, not your upper body. Squeeze your glutes, press into your feet. Don't just push your pelvis up. Imagine your pelvis gliding and now intending your back one vertebra at a time. Notice the release in your back. Take another couple of breaths. Be present with yourself. Roll over onto one side, fetal position. Take a moment. And on an inhale, make your way to sitting. Sit in whatever position feels good and take a letting go breath. Wishing you a wonderful, recharged afternoon. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.